Right behind me, right behind me, right behind me, as you can see my sun-kissed face, the sun from the east blazing its majestic light. You feel the shafts coming in through the vegetation. You can see the glory of the sun. You can feel it. You can feel the glory of the rising sun. The majesty of the sun, the vast expanse of the lands is all excellently beautiful, majestically glorious, stupendous indeed. And right behind me is the glorious Mount Kilimanjaro, sandwiched betwixt the border of Kenya and Tanzania. Once belonged to Kenya and then gifted by the Queen of England to a German monarch as a birthday gift. However, we are endowed with such beauty and such landscapes and these two mountains that are snow-capped right within the vicinity of this part of the country. And however, that's just the historical aspect of it. The majesty of the mountains, of course. We all know the Himalayas. We know the mountain ranges in South Africa, and say we somewhere in South America, etc., etc. But then I just want us to be reminded of Psalms 90. Psalms distinctly tells us, the psalmist, King David himself, the great lyricist, the psalmist, he tells us in the 90th chapter of the book of Psalms, before the mountains of old, and even before you formed, the earth was formed, thou, O Lord, art God. The Ancient of Days is He, the All-Wise, the All-Powerful, the Almighty. Besides Him, there is absolutely none. Besides and before all of the tangibles we see around, He was God. Before the asteroids, before the black holes, before Jupiter, Mars, Pluto, Venus, etc., etc., before the constellations of the Pleiades above, before the starry hosts of heaven, God was God. And He says that He hath loved us with an everlasting love, and the entirety of this is within us. What a privilege, what an honor. So I breathe, I talk, the sounds coming out of my mouth. I hear the sounds. For instance, the birds are chirping at my background, the frogs making all sorts of noise. The mowing cows, the mewing cats, the roar and the thunder of the lions right here, the majesty, the sight of the majesty of the zebras and the giraffes and the beasts of the wild, all of that. When I see all these, the reflections are the reflections of the Almighty God. What a privilege to be alive. What an honor to be exposed to all the majesties and the glories of the Lord our God. The Lord bless and keep you as we meditate and ponder over all the majesties and the faithfulness of the Lord our God. I can't help it but expose my face to the blazing sun. The heat, the sight is so majestic and glorious, all reminding me of the omnipotence, the omniscience, and the omnipresence of the Lord, my God. And all of that culminating in this clay vessel, created in His likeness and image, the true reflection of the divinity of the Lord, our God. The Lord bless you and keep you. I'll be back again. Thank you.